lovelies, welcome to my channel. Here we are doing the monthly readings for all zodiac signs. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising and Ascendant. Before we get into your reading, I am going to be giving you guys a quick rundown on the planet alignments that are going to be affecting you guys for the coming 2.5 years, as Saturn is entering Capricorn, its ruling sign. Again, like I said, it's going to have an impact in each and every single sign. Depending on the house it lands, that's where it will be playing a very important role for the coming 2.5 years. Now, for you Scorpios, Saturn definitely tests you, but brings longevity to that which we put effort to. Saturn has been in your second house for the past 2 years. It may have come with restrictions in regards to finances, teaching us how to be organized and how to grow up or be mature. But to create stability, ultimately, that's Saturn's thing. It teaches you lessons. It's all about karmic lessons. It's all about putting effort and determination behind what you do. But ultimately, it does pay out. Ultimately, it teaches you and it benefits you in regards to business and finances. Okay, so that's definitely a good thing. Now, your second house is also it also tests your self-worth. Are they with you based on appearance? Are they with you based on what you have? Or are they genuinely and truly in love with you? All of these things are very important for Scorpios on a deeper level. Because Saturn has been in your second house, it only deepened that. So what does this mean? For a lot of Scorpios that have been single for quite a while, maybe you find yourself being single because you think too highly of yourself, or because you ask too much from a partner, or because you belittle yourself too much and you allow people to walk all over you. So again, it could be one or the other, depending if you embrace more of the shadow side, or if you are egocentric and have too much value in yourself. It's almost like the partners that you've encountered probably tested you in that sense, putting you in your place, or again, just feeling like you're not connected with them enough because you're scared of being hurt, or because you're scared that you're not really understanding how genuine their interest in you is. And this could have played a very important role for you guys the past 3 years, okay? So this is where your house was at, or sorry, this is where Saturn was the past 3 years for you guys. Now, again, like I said, it's all about revaluing yourself. What is it that you're doing that ultimately triggers or self-sabotages yourself in regards to love and romance? Again, it could have been that you think too highly of yourself, or it could have been that you think very little of yourself. That became almost a self-sabotaging, self-defensive mechanism for you guys. And again, in the second house, it amplifies that type of energy. So it could have been one of the reasons why you guys were so challenged in regards to love and romance, for those of you that have been single for over 3 years. Now, let's see what else. So anyways, Mars goes into retrograde in your second house. So it's all about revising. It's all about, it could even imply people from your past coming back into your life or wanting to reach out. As in every retrograde, that's usually what what happens. But also Saturn going into your third house. So you've been in the second house. Saturn is going to be going into your third house. And in your third house, the third house rules communication, knowledge, siblings, and it also represents logic. Okay, so how will this happen, or how will you guys feel the effect for the coming 2.5 years? Well, Saturn in your third house is all about rebudgeting. Hurdles may come, but only to see if you've learned from the past. One last hurdle or one last challenge may come in the third house in regards to business and finances. But this is only, again, like I said, teaching you about rebudgeting, teaching you about smart investments, or teaching you about putting value into the money you earn, appreciating what you have. All of this is going to be playing out for you guys for the coming 2.5 years. Let's see what else. So in regards to business and finances, again, like I said, do not take any risk with finances for the first or second week of December. And December's going into, by the end of December, Saturn's going into your third house, known as difficult things. It's a mental house. It's about amplifying workload, getting extra work or having to put more extra effort in your work. But it also is about, it's almost a mental discipline type of process when Saturn is in your third house. It removes artificial illusions, things that, again, like I said, going back to partners or going back to what you expect, it's coming back to reality. Third house also deals with people on everyday basis. So again, you become almost less interacting with people due to the restrictions that Saturn brings into this house from other family members as well, that are frivolous, that are judgmental, that are very harsh and judging, but they find it very difficult to see their faults. All of this is going to be amplified for the coming years for you guys. Duties definitely do increase, but ultimately, the ultimate goal of Saturn is to deepen the mind. They want to learn, Saturn wants you to learn as much as you can. So for a lot of you guys are going to be experiencing a lot of testing. Education may come into play, but only comes into play when there is progress connected to it in regards to career or in regards to financial growth. This is a perfect time to go back to school, as study is the third house ruling, So again, like I said, it's going to be playing out for you guys. Again, for those of you guys, it could be that you work for a company and they decide to send you to get some classes, to get higher education, whatever it may be. Saturn, if you put that effort in learning, if you put that extra effort, I should say, it promises you financial stability and of great abundance, but only after the completion of that learning process has been or has happened. Okay, so let's see what else. It's all about learning to master something, but only through hard work. Third house, it has all to do with skill set, marketing and publishing. It's also a travel house as well, but the travel may be connected to work. Can give us a pulling away from family, almost seems, because of work or because of finances. Obviously business is connected to finances, so a lot of you guys may be experiencing travel, and that travel has to do with the job that you're in or the job that you're going to acquire within these 2.5 years coming. So again, a lot of travel is involved, but only through business or work. And let me see what else. It will also become almost solidifying your relationships for those of you guys that have been in a long-term committed relationship, as Saturn is all about responsibility and long-standing results. Ultimately, for those of you guys that have been in a long-term committed relationship, it's all about deepening that connection. But with Saturn, it will deepen it, but only through responsibility. For some of you guys, it may be marriage. For others of you, it may be moving in together. For others, it may be purchasing your first house. As you know, it is a partnership, but it's also a responsibility. So all of this may play out for you guys for the coming 2.5 years. Now, for those of you guys that have been single for quite a while, Saturn is all about responsibility and it's all about discipline. So what does this mean for you Scorpios out there that are single? It may mean that if you've been attracting the type of partner that is very flaky, the partner that, you know, usually goes in and out, all of that is going to be reversed with Saturn going into your third house, as Saturn is going into Capricorn. And Capricorn is the sign of materialization here in the physical plane. So the promise for new opportunity, connecting with people that are genuinely interested in serious relationships or commitment, are very prominent for you guys for the coming 2.5 years. Through this process, a lot of clients have experienced finding a person that they actually end up getting married, as Saturn is all about responsibility. And even though, to my personal opinion, responsibility shouldn't be attached to love, there is ultimately responsibility because obviously if you care and love for someone, you want to give them or make sure that they're okay, that you treat them right and whatnot. So it makes perfect sense. For a lot of you Scorpios, you may be attracted to older people, as Saturn is the planet that rules older people. Doesn't necessarily have to be older than you, but it usually does represent that, or it usually does imply that. For a lot of people, they experience people getting into a relationship with a person that's usually 5 or 7 years older than you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be older. It could just be a person that is a bit younger than you, but a bit more mature than you. And again, you know, maturity is not about age. It is actually about wisdom and understanding. Basically dealing with people that know exactly what they want and the effort that they're willing to put into a relationship. So that's what you guys can expect for the coming 2.5 years. Now let's get into your reading, Scorpios. Let's see what Spirit has for you guys for the month of December 2017. Spirit, what are the messages for Scorpios for the month of December 2017? Okay. I think this is enough as I've been shuffling while I was yapping. Okay, here we go. Your first card is the Hanged Man. Second card is the Queen of Swords. Third card is the Lover's card. The Six of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. The Two of Wands. The Page of Cups. The Magician card. Wow, the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, beautiful reading, Scorpio. Okay, let me move this a little bit so you guys can see a little better. Okay, here we go. Hanged Man, you've been feeling a little iffy in regards to love and romance. This is a general reading, and general readings doesn't necessarily mean love readings, but I feel that this is very heavily connected to love readings. So anyways, let's dive into this. Right at the center, what is important for you guys, or what will play out for the month of December? Partnerships. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is, again, partnerships. It represents duality, but it also represents a connection between two people. And this connection, I feel that this is your energy, Scorpio, and you're looking towards this Three of Cups. The Three of Cups could represent, for those of you guys that are single, could represent that you're dealing with more than one person, but you're unsure of the person that you're interested in, or it could be that you're not giving your full attention to one person, and that's the reason why you don't feel connected to them. It's almost like you're not really paying attention to what they say or what they may do because you're dealing with more than two people. So it could be a hassle. Now you have the Hanged Man here, and the Hanged Man is you're needing to see things from a different perspective, and this may be something that you refuse to do. Now, you have you have the Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords can represent an air sign. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. It can also represent a Gemini, in fact, as you do have the Lover's card here. And this is, again, like I said, having a different perspective. It's almost like you're refusing to see clearly, as the Queen of Swords is someone that definitely sees very clearly. You can't bullshit the Queen of Swords. And it's almost like you're refusing to take on that quality or to learn that lesson. You do have the Lovers card here. So I feel that for a lot of you singles out there, you may have more than one option, but it's like you're refusing to give the opportunity to the people or the person that is right for you because you're stuck on stupid, or because you're stuck on waiting for the person that is not right for you. It could be, in fact, the person that you're waiting that is the one that's double dealing. You're dealing with more than one person. Now, again, the Lovers card does represent, in fact, not lovers, but it can also represent being at crossroads, having to make a choice, and your time is running out. As you do have the Six of Pentacles here, the Six of Pentacles is the Chariot card, but it can also represent timing. It can represent the give and take. You've been almost... I wouldn't say, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, so this may play out very differently for you guys. For some of you singles, it could represent that you're stuck on stupid, that you're not wanting to see clearly, or you're not wanting to give the opportunity to the person that is right for you, and you know that is right for you. I think you already know who this person is, but time is running out. And the reason why time is running out is because down here, when you come to the understanding, or deeper understanding, I should say, of the connection with this person, I feel that this person starts to grow feelings for someone else, or this person starts to deal with other people. Okay, so it's almost like in the past you've had opportunities and options, and perhaps they were actually invested or wanting to invest time in you, but you didn't put the effort into getting to know them, or you didn't put the effort into teaching them that you're genuinely interested. It's almost like you didn't show them that you were that interested. And I know this is a Scorpio trait. It's almost like you guys didn't want to open up out of fear. You didn't want to let them know that you were interested, but you kind of were, and they were. But because there was no opening there, they chose to, you know what, I'm just going to move on, as the Nine of Pentacles does represent the singlehood card. So it's like they're moving on. And the moment you decide, you know what, this is the person that might be right for me, let me open up and manifest that longevity or that long-term relationship I've been wanting, it's like they're going to be like, yeah, I don't think so. Like, it took you long enough. Or, you know what, I'm not interested in getting tied down. Maybe when you were dealing with them, perhaps they were interested, but then they came to the realization of perhaps maybe a relationship at this present time may become an issue. So I'd rather just stay single. Okay, so for others of you guys that are stuck on dumb and are not wanting to give the opportunity to the right person, I feel that there may be some truth coming out in regards to this person. And it may be that you find out that this person is actually dealing with more than just one person. When you were willing to give them that effort, or you were willing to jump into a relationship with them. The Magician could represent the manifestation of, or the illumination, I should say, of knowing or finding out that you actually do have feelings for this person. I almost feel like this is outer energies, and I feel that this is like external and this is internal. This is like how you guys are feeling towards this person. It could be an earth sign for some of you guys as well. Earth sign would be a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. And it's almost like you both have feelings for each other, but this person may value themselves or know their self-worth, that they're not going to sit and wait for you to make up your mind. And again, over here, it's like based on choosing to double deal or to deal with more than one person. Because I'm getting the Magician, but I'm getting the Magician as if it was in reverse. And, you know, the Magician in reverse is all about appearances, but it can also represent a person that is fake. So it may be that you're giving the opportunity out of these three people. It could be that you're giving the opportunity to a person that is fake. That's where you're putting your bets on, and you come to understand and get a clearer perspective in reference to this person is in fact actually double dealing or dealing with more than just one person. Now, for those of you guys that are in a long-term committed relationship, the Hanged Man here is definitely being represented as not or resisting change and not wanting to see things clearly for what they are. For some of you guys, it could be that you've been your husband or your partner, it could be both male or female, is away or does travel a lot in reference to work. And in this sense, I feel that for those of you guys that are in a long-term committed relationship, I feel that either you or your partner needs to change their perspective on something, whether it's in the way you communicate. Maybe you don't see yourself not really knowing how to communicate, almost like you're too blunt and you don't really put attention to what comes out of your mouth. As the Queen of Swords is a very articulate type of energy, but I feel that this could be like the opposite of that. And for some it could represent that you guys just don't know how to communicate. You try to communicate in a very forceful type of way, and instead of it being received in a positive, it's received as arrogance, or it's received as negative, and it doesn't give the effect, or your partner doesn't give you the reaction that you were hoping for. So be careful with that. Now you do have the Lover's card here. The Lover's card, again, for some of you guys that are in a long-term committed relationship, there is a need for balance in this relationship, as you do have the Charity card. It's all about balance, the give and take. Who's giving the most, who's, giving less. It's time for you guys to reevaluate this relationship and to see where it falters, to be able to put forth the effort. Please note, again, like I said, Saturn will be going into Capricorn, and Saturn is all about give and take. It's like you gotta be just when Saturn is around, because if you don't, what you thought, or if you had this idea in your head of what things should be like, do you really deserve it? Are you putting the effort? Do you genuinely put the effort into making your partner feel loved? Are you open enough for them to communicate to you their true feelings, whether it's like feeling stress in regards to business and finances, or are you quick to judge them? Okay, so this is almost like a self-reflective type of energy for those of you guys that are in a long-term committed relationship. Again, there is definitely celebrations coming through, as the Three of Cups is here. And again, we are right around the corner of holidays and stuff, so it could be gatherings with family members or whatnot. Please note, again, like I said, I do see now, this is for those of you guys that are married or in a committed relationship, I do see manifestations of abundance and prosperity coming in. It could be even a promotions for some of you guys. So this is definitely very well received as we enter. It's a give and take. There's definitely love there, or connection on a deeper level. So again, more than anything, I feel that for those of you guys that are married or in a committed relationship, what there needs to happen here is having a clear perspective on situations or on things, even in the way you express yourself, specifically to your partner. Okay? So I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And again, I encourage you guys to come back and check this video out for the coming 2 years, as it will make more sense for the coming 2 years than it will now. Okay? So anyways, I will see you guys at the middle of the month. Bye.